Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. If you walked into this room today believing you were the greatest person in your field, the best at what you do, the most capable and gifted, how would you behave? Would you walk differently? Would you talk differently? Would you command attention without demanding it? The truth is, life does not give you what you want, it gives you who you are willing to act like. Some people are waiting for permission to be great, but let me tell you something. You don't need permission to be who God created you to be. You were born with greatness in you, and the only thing standing between you and your destiny is your decision to act as if you are the best. 1. The power of mindset. Your life is a reflection of your mind. The way you see yourself determines the way the world sees you. If you think small, you will act small, and the world will treat you as small. But if you think like a leader, a champion, a history maker, then the world will respond accordingly. Stop waiting to become the best. Start acting like the best. Speak with confidence. Walk with purpose. Carry yourself with the assurance that you belong at the top. Dominion over. Doubt is the enemy of greatness. It whispers, "Who do you think you are?" But today I challenge you to silence that voice with a new question. Who has God called me to be? Who? Because when you understand that your value was established before you were even born, you will no longer entertain the lie that you are not enough. Kings don't ask for permission to sit on their throne. They take their seat. You must take your place in life with boldness and certainty. The law of expectation. Listen carefully. Life gives you what you expect. If you expect failure, opportunities will close. If you expect success, doors will open. The way you act determines the way you are treated. The moment you start acting like the best, you will start attracting the best. Walking in authority. There is a difference between confidence and arrogance. Arrogance demands recognition, but confidence commands it. The world does not move for people who hesitate. It moves for those who step forward in faith and claim their territory. When you act as if you are the best, you give others permission to do the same. Your boldness is not just for you. It's an example, a testimony that inspires others to rise higher. Faith in action. Many people pray for opportunities, but when they arrive, they shrink back because they feel unworthy. Listen, you do not need to feel ready to act ready. Faith is not about waiting for the right conditions, it is about stepping out before the conditions change. When David faced Goliath, he didn't wait to become a warrior. He acted like one. He stepped onto the battlefield with confidence, and his actions turned him into the greatest warrior of his time. Becoming what you believe. The secret to greatness is simple. Act as if you already are what you aspire to be. Because the moment you do, something incredible happens. You become it. You may say, "But I'm not the best yet." That doesn't matter. Act as if you are. Speak as if you are. Move as if you are. And soon, the world will have no choice but to recognize you. As the best, I came here today to tell you one thing. You were not born to be average. You were not created to live in the shadows, watching others rise while you hesitate. The time for waiting is over. The time for doubting is over. It's time to step into your greatness. Walk out of this room today with a new mindset, a new confidence, a new authority. When you wake up tomorrow, don't just hope for success. Act as if you are already walking in it. Because when you act as if you are the best, eventually you will be. Thank you. The power of mindset is the foundation upon which all greatness is built. Everything you do, achieve, and experience is filtered through the way you see yourself and the world around you. If you believe you are limited, your actions will reflect that belief, and the world will respond accordingly. If you see yourself as someone destined for greatness, your actions will align with that vision, and the world will begin to make room for you. The greatest battles you will ever fight are not external, they are internal. They exist in your mind, in the silent conversations you have with yourself, in the way you interpret failure, and in the way you define success. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck is not intelligence, talent, or opportunity. It is mindset. A person with a limited mindset will find reasons why something cannot be done, while a person with an abundant mindset will find ways to make it happen. Your thoughts shape your reality, not because of magic, but because they determine your actions, reactions, and persistence. If a person believes they are capable, they will walk into a room with a presence that commands attention. They will speak with conviction, engage with confidence, and take action without hesitation. But if a person sees themselves as inadequate, their energy will repel opportunities. They will hesitate, second-guess, and shrink back, allowing more confident individuals to step forward and take the rewards they could have claimed. Success is not reserved for the most talented. It is granted to those who have trained their minds to expect and accept it. There are people in the world who are less skilled than you, but they are living your dream because they dared to believe they deserved it. They acted as if they belonged, at the top, and eventually they did. Meanwhile, there are countless gifted people still waiting for permission, still doubting their own worth, still thinking small when they were created for something great. The most dangerous thing a person can do is underestimate themselves. It leads to missed opportunities, wasted potential, and a life of regret. When you believe in yourself, you do not wait for the perfect conditions. You do not wait until you feel ready. You step forward and act as if you are already the best, and through that action, you become it. Everything changes when you shift your mindset. The way people respond to you, the doors that open for you, the energy you bring into every situation. It all begins with the way you think. When you act with certainty, life adjusts to match your expectations. This is why two people can walk into the same opportunity, but only one will seize it. The one who succeeds is not always the one with the best skills, but the one who has trained their mind to believe they belong there. If you do not see yourself as the best, no one else will. Doubt is the silent enemy that has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. It is the voice in your mind that questions your abilities, that whispers you are not ready, that convinces you to play small when you were created for greatness. The problem with doubt is that it does not shout. It speaks in subtle tones that feel like wisdom, caution, or humility. It convinces you to wait, to hesitate, to second-guess yourself. It makes you believe that acting boldly is arrogance when in reality, it is the only way to claim the destiny meant for you. Every person who has ever achieved greatness had to overcome the battle of self-doubt. They had to make a decision to silence the voice that said, "Who do you think you are?" and replace it with the truth that they were created with a purpose. The world does not give permission to be great. It does not roll out a red carpet for you to walk into success. The only people who rise are those who decide that their vision is greater than their fear. They do not wait to feel ready. They move forward despite the doubt. Doubt is the weight that keeps people anchored in mediocrity. It makes them question their gifts, compare themselves to others, and seek external validation before stepping into their calling. But the truth is, if you wait for doubt to disappear before you act, you will never move. Doubt does not leave you before you take action. It leaves you because you took action. Confidence is built in the doing, not in the waiting. The people who seem fearless are not those who never experience doubt, but those who refuse to let it control them. They act in faith even when fear is present. The most dangerous thing about doubt is that it disguises itself as logic. It tells you to wait until you are more prepared, more experienced, more qualified. But the reality is, growth happens in the process. You do not become the best by waiting to be the best. You become the best by acting as if you are, by stepping forward when everything in you wants to step back. The moment you start acting as if you are capable, as if you are worthy, as if you are called for something greater, the world will begin to recognize it too. The only way to overcome doubt is to move in the opposite spirit. When doubt says you are not ready, act as if you are. When doubt says you do not belong in the room, walk in like you were invited. When doubt tells you to wait, take the first step. Fear will always be present, but it has no power unless you submit to it. The people who win in life are not those who never feel doubt. They are those who refuse to obey it. If you want to be great, you must stop waiting for permission and start walking in the authority that has already been given to you. Life does not give you what you wish for. It gives you what you expect. Your expectations shape your reality, influencing how you think, speak, and act. The law of expectation states that whatever you consistently anticipate, whether good or bad, will manifest in your life. It is not about superstition or luck. It is about the powerful relationship between your mindset and your outcomes. When you expect great things, you prepare for them, position yourself for them, and recognize them when they appear. But when you expect failure, you unknowingly sabotage yourself, missing opportunities and reinforcing the very fears you dwell on. Expectation is a force that attracts what you believe you deserve. A person who expects success will carry themselves with confidence, make bold moves, and seize opportunities without hesitation. They will walk into a room and expect to be heard, to be valued, and to be given a seat at the table. Because of this belief, they will act in ways that create those very results. They will speak with conviction, engage with purpose, and demand excellence from themselves and others. On the other hand, a person who expects rejection will hesitate, shrink back, and unconsciously communicate their own doubts. The world mirrors our expectations. It responds not just to what we do, but to the energy we bring into every situation. The law of expectation explains why two people with similar abilities can have vastly different results. One expects doors to open, so they prepare themselves, show up, and knock with confidence. The other expects doors to remain closed, so they never try. And when they do so timidly, reinforcing their own fear of rejection. The difference is not talent, it is belief. Your actions follow your expectations, and your expectations dictate your future. Many people live below their potential not because they lack skill, but because they expect less from life. They hope for greatness, but expect mediocrity. They wish for success, but prepare for failure. They dream of more, but settle for less. Your life will never rise above your level of expectation. If you expect little, you will receive little. If you expect to struggle, you will struggle. But if you expect victory, favor, and abundance, your mindset will position you to receive. Expectation shifts your behavior, your decisions, and your ability to recognize opportunities when they come. Your expectations influence the way others perceive you. If you carry yourself with the expectation that you are worthy, valuable, and deserving of greatness, people will respond accordingly. Confidence is contagious, and so is doubt. When you expect the best, you inspire others to treat you as if you are the best. This is why you must align your actions with your highest expectations. Walk as if you already have what you desire. Speak as if you belong in the places you dream of. Expect favor, expect breakthrough, expect success. Because in the end, life will only give you what you are truly prepared to receive. There is a difference between existing and living with authority. Many people go through life as spectators, waiting for permission, approval, or the perfect opportunity to step into their greatness. But those who walk in authority do not wait. They command their space, take action, and influence the world around them. Walking in authority is not about arrogance or dominance. It is about confidence, clarity, and a deep understanding of who you are. It is about knowing that you were created with purpose, equipped with gifts, and positioned for impact. When you walk in authority, you do not beg for recognition. You demonstrate your value through your presence, your mindset, and your actions. The world moves for people who believe in themselves. It does not respond to hesitation. It responds to certainty. When you step forward with conviction, people take notice. When you speak with clarity, people listen. When you act with confidence, doors begin to open. But the opposite is also true. If you doubt yourself, if you shrink back, if you hesitate to take your place, the world will overlook you. Authority is not something given to you. It is something you must take. People who walk in authority are not necessarily the most talented, the most educated, or the most experienced. They are the ones who refuse to see themselves as less than. They are the ones who do not apologize for their greatness. They carry themselves with an assurance that says, "I belong here," and because of that, the world believes it too. They do not ask for permission to succeed. They move as if success is already theirs. They do not wait to be chosen. They choose themselves. This is the mindset that separates those who lead from those who follow, those who rise from those who remain stagnant. The way you carry yourself communicates how you see yourself. If you walk into a room with your head down, uncertain of your worth, people will treat you accordingly. But if you enter with confidence, if you speak with authority, if you conduct yourself like someone who knows they belong, people will respond to you with respect. The world is shaped by those who dare to act as if they are worthy of greatness. It is not enough to wish for influence. You must embody it. It is not enough to hope for success. You must step into it with boldness. Walking in authority means refusing to let fear dictate your actions. It means speaking up when you have something valuable to say. It means taking charge of your life instead of waiting for someone to lead you. It means carrying yourself with confidence, not because you have arrived, but because you know you are on your way. Those who walk in authority do not wait for opportunities. They create them. They do not ask for a seat at the table. They bring their own chair. If you want to be recognized, if you want to be respected, if you want to be successful, you must first walk as if you already are. Faith in action is the bridge between vision and reality. Many people have dreams, desires, and ambitions, but only a few ever see them come to life. The difference is not in their talent or potential, but in their willingness to act. Faith is not just believing, it is moving as if what you believe is already true. It is stepping forward before the path is fully clear, making bold decisions without waiting for certainty, and taking risks with the confidence that you are meant to succeed. Those who succeed in life are not the ones who wait for perfect conditions. They are the ones who create conditions through their actions. Too many people hesitate because they think they need more preparation, more validation, or more time before they can step into their calling. But the truth is, you do not need to feel ready to act. Feelings are unreliable. They shift with circumstances and emotions. If you wait until you feel prepared, you will remain stuck, watching others rise, while you hesitate. Faith is moving even when fear is present. It is taking the first step even when the second step is not visible. It is trusting that as you walk, the path will reveal itself. Look at anyone who has ever achieved greatness, and you will see a pattern. They acted before they had all the answers. They made decisions before they had full certainty. They took risks when others hesitated. They did not sit back and hope for success. They moved as if success was already theirs. David did not wait to become a warrior before facing Goliath. He acted like a warrior and became one. Every great leader, entrepreneur, artist, or innovator moved forward before the evidence of their success was visible. They had faith in action. The mistake many people make is believing that faith is passive. They pray, they hope, they dream, but they do not move. They sit, waiting for confirmation, waiting for a sign, waiting for someone to push them forward. But faith without action is dead. It is motion that activates the power of faith. It is movement that creates momentum. A person who walks confidently towards their goal, even without guarantees, is already ahead of the one who waits for the right moment. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. The opportunity you have been waiting for is already in front of you, but it will not manifest until you act. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for certainty. Move. Take the risk. Speak with confidence. Walk into that room as if you belong. Carry yourself as if success is already yours. Because the truth is, life does not give you what you wish for. It gives you what you act upon. Faith is the key, but action is the door. If you want to step into your destiny, you must stop waiting and start moving. Becoming what you believe is one of the greatest truths that separate those who succeed from those who never fulfill their potential. Your life is a reflection of your beliefs, not just the beliefs you speak, but the ones you truly hold in your heart. If you believe you are meant for greatness, you will move differently, speak differently, and make decisions that align with that identity. But if you see yourself as average, incapable, or unworthy, your actions will reflect that as well. You do not become great by accident. You become great by aligning your beliefs with your actions, by walking as if you are already the best, and by consistently embodying the identity of the person you want to become. The problem many people face is that they wait to feel like the best before they start acting like the best. They wait until they have proof of their greatness before they carry themselves with confidence. But that is not how transformation works. You do not wait until you have the results before you believe in yourself. You believe first, then the results follow. Every champion, every leader, every innovator you admire started with nothing but belief. They believed in their vision before anyone else did. They acted as if success was inevitable, and because they acted that way, it became their reality. Your actions confirm your identity. If you act small, people will treat you as small. If you hesitate, people will overlook you. If you carry yourself with uncertainty, the world will assume you are not ready. But the moment you shift your posture, the moment you start moving with authority, speaking with conviction and taking bold steps, everything changes. The world responds not to your words, but to your presence. It responds to the way you believe in yourself. If you want people to see you as the best, you must first see yourself that way. Look at the people who rise in any industry. They are not always the most skilled, the most experienced, or the most connected, but they move with an energy that says, "I belong here." They do not apologize for their greatness. They do not shrink to make others comfortable. They embrace their value and walk in it every single day. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. It is living in agreement with the truth of who you are meant to be. You do not become the best by accident. You become the best because you decide to be, and then you act accordingly. If you desire greatness, start embodying it now. Speak as if you have already arrived. Walk with the confidence of someone who knows their worth. Make decisions as if failure is not an option. The more you act in alignment with the identity you desire, the faster you will become it. Life does not wait for you to feel ready. It rewards those who dare to believe in themselves before the evidence appears. You are not waiting for greatness. It is waiting for you to step into it. Everything you desire, everything you are capable of becoming, is already within you. The only thing standing between where you are and where you are meant to be is your decision to act as if you are already the best. The world does not respond to hesitation. It responds to certainty. It does not reward potential. It rewards action. You must believe in your own greatness before anyone else does. You must move with confidence before success is visible. You must walk in authority before the world acknowledges it. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for validation. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission to be great. You were not created to live in fear, to shrink back, or to remain stuck in mediocrity. You were created for impact. You were designed to lead, to build, to innovate, to transform lives. But none of that will happen if you do not first see yourself as capable, worthy, and destined for more. Your mindset is the key, and your actions are the proof. Walk as if you belong in every room you enter. Speak as if your words carry weight. Act as if success is inevitable. And as you do, the world will begin to adjust to the reality you create. Because the truth is, life will always give you what you demand from it. Not what you wish for, not what you hope for, but what you act upon. So today, make the decision. Decide to carry yourself as if you are already the best. Decide to speak, move, and live in alignment with the person you were created to be. Do not wait, begin now. Because the moment you act as if you are the best, you begin the journey of becoming it. And when you become it, the world will have no choice but to recognize what was already inside you all along.